Coming up, the beautiful game.
This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. I say this is our own. Let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. I say this is our own. Let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. I say this is our own. Let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again.
So how about a glad son to connect his duck to the gushing waters through to the roots of the imbalanced oak tree to give them some level of renaissance and hopes of coming back again? Well, that is all the defending champions needed on a very quiet and low-pressured midweek to announce their presence, which they are managing so well, just so they don't tickle a lot of people. But then the fervor with which the Oja boys are coming with will just make you quiver and fall to their mercy, just giving them what they want. The Diana Stars people are coming like something, and no one has the antidote yet. We'll see what would happen with them. But if you are thinking of dreaming, just not take that trip to the theater of dream, because you'll be left licking your wounds. Interestingly, week 8 has given us a lot to talk about, and we think if you are clinched to the porcupine, especially, forgive me, but that is what is happening. And we set sail again with the women, because the Women's Premier League is beginning this weekend, and there's a lot of phenomenal changes we are going to look forward to and talk about. But we are here to talk about this and more within the next hour. My name is Abigail Senaso, so my guest doubles as someone who can flow in both waters, because we are going to talk about the men and the women as well. So stick and stay with us, but let's see what happened with your two flamboyant clubs in midweek.
It is the Porcupine Warriors, Asante Kotoko, who are playing home this evening against the Pride of the North, Real Tamale United, in a match day 8 fixture of the ongoing Ghana Premier League for the year 2021-2022. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. Hello everyone, many thanks for joining us. My name is Prince, and together with Prof. Judah Champo, we'll run you through 90 minutes of what we expect to be nothing but a lot of fast-paced football here from an ankle injury. In fact, Samuel Boateng has been in PSG for a while. And there we have the kickoff this evening's encounter here at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium.
Yeah. I mean, the understanding is there, the energy. Yeah, very diminutive, but very strong on the ball.
Yeah. Kotoko coming up with an opportunity. Lovely cross into the 18-yard box. Fabio brings it down and the shot is fired. A good pass from Lamte. Oh, that's some quick thinking. Opportunity for Kotoko now. Oh, the referee has pointed to the spot.
Up again. And that pass right from midfield. Goalkeeper with a rash challenge.
48 minutes gone. It's Abdul Ganiyu Ismail. I'll leave the description for Jude.
Waited, trying to see if the goalkeeper will move.
And they get us underway in the second half. And then they go into the 18-yard box. An opportunity coming on target, and that's the first goal.
Again, look at the defending, not the best. And again, the Cameroon connection working to perfection. They are stunned, so shocked.
Of the Porcupine Warriors, doing what they know how to do best. Long ball in. Lamptey sends it back. Ooh. Goes Ronald Frimpong. Sets up the pass in the 18-yard box. Reflexes by Razaka Balora, but they get
Ronald here again. This time around, not a selfish play. Razaka Balora with a brilliant save, but
Abalora is beaten.
Coach Samuel Bodu has lined up a team that most importantly have a very, very solid bench with regulars like Kofi Koji, Caleb Amankon to recent times for starting games. Good news is that Obin Jr. returns. Here is the lineup of Elmina Sharks coach Malam Yaya, deciding to make just 2 changes to the team that lost to Kim Faisal last weekend in Kumasi. There's no place for suspended Ishmael Hammond. He's on 3 yellow cards. His place is taken by Awudu Osman, and then Ebenezer Edukwa replaces Daniel Nieje in the starting lineup this afternoon for Elmina Sharks.
yeah, for
Mensah to Fatal Mohammed. Fatal swings across in straight. Sharks nearly gifted an opportunity. Here is Justice Mensah onto the path of Aglenyo. Shot across and nobody to connect for Elmina.
their own problems here. It's Abu Yusau this time who gives the ball away in an unforgiving position. I think a better pass from here would have set him on, but they just shot across. If somebody is gambling on the far side, maybe Mitchell Sapon, or on that occasion, if it is Abodi, could have just been having a tapping on that side because Hatzafok were just.
Good ball from Mensah. Barnier is the target. Daniel Lefriye Barnier puts the ball across and Mensah just can't get the right connection. That was promising.
Must cool it down. Time effort, not sure why. Barnier could have just controlled the ball because really, as he said, he didn't know what was around him because he had support. Salif was arriving, Subonte was on his other side. He could have just kept the ball under his spell.
Bobby. Good ball into the path of Enoch Aglenyo. And the striker sends a cross in. Alhaji Mustafa bends one and Atta makes the save. Justice Mensah's cross comes in. Atta again goes for it.
He bends around the wall, but it's a comfortable one for Atta because the height is good and it's into the corner where he is guiding. And then this time around, he's flying from his line to make sure he gets something, and that's the earlier save.
But Fatal defends well. Aglenyo. Great goalkeeper.
The ball was awkward for Fatal. And it was awkward there for Aglenyo. There, the ball bounced and got in behind him, but did well to shake his man off. But look at that for goalkeeping. Richard Atta. Step off his line, stayed as high.
His work ethics fantastic now. Here is Awako! My goodness! Dream debut for Glaston Awako with a majestic strike. It's Elmina Sharks nil, Hatzafok 1. What a goal!
Welcome to Hatzafok Glaston Awako. He is a phobia now. Oh, what a goal. Once down. He needed that moment of quality, that moment of magic. And if there's one player who's got that magic in his legs, it's Gladson Awaku. Yeah, a bit of fortune there from
This is our own.
So live on GTV Sports Live with me, Abigail Fernandez, and this is the beautiful game where we get to talk about our most glamorous product. And gladly, I am just happy that the Women's League is about to start. And Matilda Jimedo is here with me. And I don't know, but another ladies' affair came too early because the first time Esther was here, it looks a lot of you were thrilled. And I'm sure Matilda will give you that same experience because she is so vested in the men's and the women's game as well. And the women's game is her domain because she is a part of the communication department of the Ghana Football Association. Till, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, very good to see you. Some time ago, I used to be here and you were here.
I know, right? Today, that is just how it is in life, you know. But we've done 8 weeks of the men's game quickly before we delve deep into the women's league, because today we want to give a lot of our time to the women as well. We've done 8 weeks already, but before that, let's quickly run by our viewers the midweek fixtures, then we'll come, the results, then we'll come to your thoughts. So the Olympics started at the Red Bull Arena when they beat BBN Gold Star 2-0, and then Accra Lions shared spoils with King Faisal. Ashanti Gold were beaten 1-0 by Diana Stars. The heat is just too much for everybody. You should ask them what they are doing in Doma. Bechem United also beat 11 Wonders 1-0. Bekum Chelsea beat West Africa Football Academy 2-0, and then Dreams Football Club saw Karela off with a 3-1 win. Elmina Sharks were also beaten at home by Accra Heart of Folk 1-0, all the way to announce his presence and be a part of the Heart of Folk squad now. Glad to know. Comedian SC's captain Joseph Tetezuta got that early goal at the Akon Park when they beat Legon Cities. Kumase Asante Kotoko. Gradually the breaks seems to be coming down, because the Ottawa United shared sports with them at the Babara Sports Stadium. Week 8, the first midweek fixture, and this is what we have.
Well, for me, I think all attention will be shifted to the performance of Kumasi Asante Kotoko because of how they started. You know, when we started the league, Kotoko was like on fire. They were beating almost all the clubs that they were coming up against, and then suddenly it's like they are on a decline. You could see the last 2 games that they played. You look at the results and it's not so interesting, or the fans and everybody are not so really happy about it. Out of a possible 9 points, the Porcupines are coming out with only 2 points, so you could tell you that a lot of people would really not be happy about that. Apart from that, I think the one club that have really upped their game for me this season have been King Faisal. Even though during the midweek they came out with a 0-0 scoreline, they were not able to win that their game, but a very vital point they were able to get away from home. So I think King Faisal is also doing something that everybody should look out for and applaud them as well. And I'll also take a look at the performance of Adriana Stars. When we started, I remember they were struggling a bit in the first 2 games. It wasn't that good for them. But suddenly, I don't know what they've really done to turn things around for them, and then you see them, they are beating almost everybody that they are meeting. So for me, I think that this year's Premier League season, right from March day 1 to March day 8, I've really been thrilled, and I think if it continues like this, at the end of the day, we will all be happy about what the results we are getting. Okay,
hoping that it continues this way. Let's run by you the statistics we've gathered after March day 8. After we've done a total of 69 games, we have 142 goals to show for. Heart of Oak have won their first game against Nima Shah. Gladson Awako has scored on his debut for Heart of Oak. Asante Kotoko are yet to win a game in their last 3 games, drawn 2 and lost 1. Umar Bashiru of Karela United have scored 3 goals already for Karela, all from the spot kick, and so he's fast becoming a penalty expert there. And the Mediano SC's goalkeeper Boris Jr. has kept 5 consecutive clean sheets, and 2 players have been sent off in the game between Elmina Sharks and Heart of Oak. First to happen this season, so they ended with 10 men on both sides. Ishmael Abdul Ganiru is the second player to miss penalty this season. That's one of my favorite defenders in the Premier League. Sorry about that. But Adana Stars have won 5 consecutive games this season. 11 cities are yet to win a game in their last 6 games. The most decorated. What is happening to Legon cities? A lot of things that have come up. Maybe their coach having a divided attention. It's not always about having the money or hard luck.
Yeah, for me, I think it will be a bit of all the points that you've raised. Looking at Coach Maswell Kunoju, a lot of expectation. The Legon City management have high hopes when they were going for him, because you look at his background, where he's coming from, his handle Kotoko, he's been with the national side. So when a coach of his caliber is coming to handle your club for you, you will be expecting a lot. But when he came, it seems it's not working that way. And then it's somehow or partly due to the fact that he has to at a point leave and then attend to national duties. He doesn't have enough time, training time with the club. It all contributes to the kind of performance that we are seeing with Lagos Cities. But I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, after the AFCON, when he gets back, things might turn a little bit around.
But someone like James FC, someone like the Chain United, someone like Golden Olympics will tell you that they will not wait for you to go for AFCON. Of course, and it looks like the league will not be on break for AFCON. So I don't know, but let's see how our clubs are standing. And very soon, Ohene Bampo Benya will join the conversation, because we would have to talk about player welfare. So Aduana Stars, of course, would have to be on top after 8 games with 17 points, and Kumasi-based Kinfesa Babies are also second on 17 points. That will go different. And Asante Kotoko retrogressing, and now third, forgive me, after 7 games, a game in hand against Accra Folk, and now third on 14 points. Dreams FC looking through top 4 with 14 points, and Bicham United are 5th on 13 points. Good Olympics are 6th on 12 points. Mediama FC are 7th with also a game in hand against Accra Folk on 12 points. Real Tamale United, my spotlight of the moment, are 8th. Also on 11 points. Ashanti Gold 9th on 11 points. And this is how the second half of the table is looking like. Bibiani Gold Stars are 10th on 10 points. Karela United are 11th on 9 points. Bekum Chelsea are 12th on 8 points. Accra Lions are 13th on 8 points. Legon Cities are 14th on 7 points. And Elmina Sharks 15th on 7 points. Accra Heart Folk are 16th with 3 games in hand on 6 points. 11 Wonders 17th on 6 points. And West Africa Football Academy are the bottom of the table with 5 points. Wafa, is it that regrouping is what they are not finding right after 8 weeks? Because we know they will let their players go. It's a system they run. So what is happening this time?
When you do that, and then I think I'll attribute their non-performing to 2 things. You look at a coach in the caliber of Dr. Obum leaving the club, and then some of their players also moving out, just as you said. It will definitely have a tolling effect on the club. And I'm just hoping that how they used to do it, each and every season, some go and then others come in, and then they regroup and make it look better. I'm just hoping that they can be able to get it right and come back stronger. But as it's looking now for them, it's really not looking good at all.
Okay, talking about not looking good, this is how your clubs are standing after match day 8, but there's a lot more to look forward to, because we are running a 34-week long journey here. There's a lot ahead of us, so just maybe your club will position itself well as the weeks go by. And how to folk, can they say that they are on track? Well, Tilly, I'm sorry, but I'll have to cut you. Any Benya is ready. Today we would want to give some precedence to the Women's League, so let's be quick with him. Oyene, it's good to see you. Good evening. Oyene, if you can hear me, I was saying good evening, but thanks for joining the conversation.
Good evening.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I roped you in at this point because there's this topic that has been on my heart for a long time now, and the stories that are coming up are not so pleasant. After decades of running Ghana Premier League, we get to a point where players still drag their clubs to the FA, to court, to wherever, because they are not well taken care of. Their remunerations are not paid. Their slits are not paid. What are we doing with player welfare? Is this something that we have looked over, or we just not place priority on it as a footballing nation?
Well, it's a sad reality in football, but I dare say it's not peculiar to football. Most places, employees don't really care about the future of their employers. Unfortunately, there is a precedent in Ghana where a very famous person in Ghana was sentenced to jail term because he failed to pay state contributions of his employees. So it is not really a peculiar thing to football. But you see, the peculiarity of football makes this conversation a really sad one, because the lifespan of every player is not more than 15 years.
Yeah.
If you are blessed enough, yes, you get to that 15 years. Imagine if you enter professional football at the age of 20, by 35 you should be retiring. And that's where you expect clubs to take this thing serious and, for their players. One of the difficulties also is that players don't spend that much or that long with clubs. So it is very convenient for clubs to say, well, I will not pay us next, because in the next 2 years I'm selling you off or I'm leaving you to go free. So I think that I like how Select themselves are taking these issues up. We know one of our friends and brothers is at Select. Uncle Joseph, who is very passionate about this and following through to make sure that clubs do the needful. But we have a long way to go in this regard, because the clubs themselves are facing financial difficulties. So paying slates for their players, and not just the players, but the technical staff, the administrative staff, because there are people who make sure that the game is on, the players are okay playing football, who for one reason or the other, many of us do not know them, administrators of these clubs, the workers of these clubs. So even if for players they are not being paid, or their state contributions are not being paid, it's clear that even for them it's much more difficult. So it's something that has not been taken, seriously in this part of the world. But I think that these issues are opening that conversation up for us to have a conversation, for you and your team to put this topic together, for us to have a discussion about it. So I think that is a step in the right direction. And this would open up to a national conversation where more attention will be focused on player welfare. If their state commissions are not paid, you can earn their salaries and other benefits in their contracts.
Okay, because we are in a system where you see that the club owners or the administrators are riding in big cars, and then the players are still struggling and lacking around for that 200, 300 cedis, 500 cedis they are entitled to. It's very sad. I mean, in this conversation, I'm sure we would have to have it extensively, but today we want to give some precedence to the Women's League because we start over the weekend. And are you sure you can continue with the momentum just before you leave us?
Well, hopefully we can. Hopefully we will. It's a really difficult situation to find ourselves in, but we hope that the players will recover in time. We have some players who've picked up injuries. We have some players with the national teams, and we've not had enough rest. Janet, for instance, has played every single game this season, from the league, the FA Cup, the World Championships, the World Cup qualifiers for the Black Cranes, the Champions League for us in Egypt, came back to play in the Super Cup, played in the First Ladies Cup final, just one player. So we believe that we need some time for them. I just spoke to the coach, and good enough. We thank the FA for pushing our game to Monday, which means that we have like 2 days off for them to rest enough, prepare enough for that game. But it's a long season. Don't forget that as it stands, Azadas would be the target for a lot of the clubs in Ghana.
That's like how to put our targets now.
Just like we did. So it's really a difficult one. It's all good for the neutrals and the competition, because the more competitive the Women's League become, the more it attracts people to our stand. So it's going to really be a difficult season for us. So hopefully, Kumbazigi and her girls would come through and probably repeat what they did last season. But I must admit it's going to be an extremely difficult season for us and a lot of the teams competing at this level.
Okay, Ohene, thank you very much. I just wanted you to intro that topic about player welfare, because I'm sure in the next week I should be here with you, so we talk extensively about that. Not to take much of your time, please go to the class and study it. Thank you very much. We'll talk again. Let's talk a little about player welfare, because it is sad when we all know, I'm sorry to talk about Lagos cities again, being dragged there and there because a player said, you have not paid me what I'm entitled to, I left and all that. We have clubs that have had that not just one time and again, and club owners and managers are living good.
Well, sometimes this thing, when I really don't know where to stand when it comes to talking about club administrators and how they treat their footballers. But obviously, I would go for the players because they are the actors on the field.
Sure.
Whichever life that you are living, if you are making a living out of football, you should also think a little bit about the actors on the field. It doesn't really look nice when it's all over the news that clubs are not paying snakes, they are not paying their players well. It really breaks my heart when I see this.
There are mounting boards.
Yeah, and it's just something petty. I don't really, because if you look at their lifestyle and then you look at how much they're supposed to be paying for these players, you would have said, oh, how? But that's where we find ourselves. I'm just hoping that as this topic is coming up all the time, the administrators will sit back, take a look at how they are running their clubs, what they are supposed to be doing for the players to better their lives, and then do it just as it's supposed to be done, so that at the end of the day, such topics don't come up for discussion at all, because it doesn't really look good. It doesn't really spell well for us, especially Ghana, on the international front when such things are being discussed.
Okay, we'll get to our Facebook page, GTV Sports Plus, and take some messages. But before that, let's quickly move on to match day 9, because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the Women's Premier League. I'm just itching to go there. So we would have to talk about our week 9 fixtures. That comes up this weekend, Monday, and even eat into Tuesday, because we are trying to adjust ourselves after the midweek. So West Africa Football Academy will be at the Red Bull Arena in Welcome Mediama SC, and 11 Wonders will play the BNE Gold Stars at the Nanafo Suji Abo. Legon Cities and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I'm waiting for the venue to be communicated, because they can't use Accra Sports Stadium. And Yotamala United will welcome Elmina Sharks to the Aliu Mahama Stadium, the dreaded ground. I would love to watch that game. And Karela United will play Bechem United at the Camp Park after being shipped 3-1 in midweek. And Accra Hearts of Oak will play Accra Lions, I'm sure preferably at the Cape Coast Stadium, because they are used to that. And then on Monday, Ashanti Gold will play Gold Olympics. Then Ken Faisal will play Dreams FC at the Babara Sports Stadium on Tuesday. But our match of the week will be the one that I have left out, that is the Diana Stars and Bekum Chelsea. But this is the fixtures for match day 9. I don't know how it looks for you.
Well, for me, I think the Diana Stars and Bekum Chelsea will obviously lead the pack because of the Bono. Let me put it that way, because it's a Bono derby. Sure. There are two teams in the Born Half region coming up against themselves. You know how they used to do it when it comes to the two of them, when derby games like this are being played all over. It's not only peculiar to Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Accra House of Folk or Accra House of Folk. It looks like
the local derbies are even stronger than Kotoko and House, but we have placed preference on it. Look at how
at this point you get, when you look at spectatorship wise, you get a lot of people coming from both sides, because it's within the same region.
Sure.
You get a lot of people getting to the pitch to watch, and then also because they are in the same region too, each or any of the teams would want to establish their superiority, and because of that, it makes the players and all the people, the actors, bring out the best in them. So for me, I think that that should be the game of the week. That should be the game that everybody should be waiting for in anticipation. So I think that should be the top liner for the week.
It is our top liner. That's Edwana and Bekum Chelsea. But prep your prediction before we zoom into women's football. Let me just take some few messages from Facebook. We placed that fixture up for our match, Beautiful Games match of the week. And this is what Randy says. They win simple. This Chelsea team is not performing well, and they are playing away. Of course, they are going to that dreaded home grounds in Doma, so they know what it's all about. The Najma Bedu Park is on fire. You step there at your own peril. I don't know what is happening there, but I would love to go there again. And Eric says that it's a win for Oja boys. And Amankona Isaac, I know about from Amankona Stephen. He says, he said that we only come out for Aduana games. That is not true. Anthony says that Hearts is joking. How about that? No, they are coming back. And Amidu Bamba says that there's a win for Aduana Stars. And Kofi Richard says that Aduana win. So it looks like Aduana is sparking some fire in a lot of people.
Everybody will predict for them, because if you look at the league standing where they are now, and then their last 3 matches, the kind of output that they have given Ghanaians, everybody would want to vouch for them in a derby like this. So I'm not so surprised that everybody is mentioning the name of Aduana Stars or rooting for Aduana Stars to come out as victors in this particular encounter.
And what do you think?
Well, for me, I've already made my stance clear. Yes.
Any predictions?
No, I from where I sit, I don't want to predict any of the matches. But I think on any day, looking at the kind of performances that we are seeing from Aduana Stars, the likes of Benjamin Chinebua, the likes of Yaya Mohammed and Brighter J, especially, I think the kind of performance these guys are giving us day in, day out would only give us that power, or would only give us that hope to sit and predict that they might come out victoriously. But you know, football is one game that you can't really predict. Things can change in favor of any other person. But if you ask me for my opinion, I think I'll go for Aduana Stars on the day. But I can't predict whether a 1-0, 2-0. No, I can't do that.
Okay, so Masada is just trying to play safe, because I know she has players and friends on both sides. She doesn't want to hurt feelings, but it looks like Aduana Stars are turning heads, and so we'll see how week 9 pans out. But I'm happy because the Women's Premier League came earlier, because initially we were told we were supposed to start in January, but here we are on the weekend of the 17th of December. The Women's Premier League is about to begin. Let's take this video and we are back. We'll talk about the Women's Premier League.
Again in the Women's Premier Division. The 2021-2022 season begins this weekend with all the finesse, solemnity, and urgency, knowing what is at stake. The pride, the recognition, the cheer, the acknowledgement, even on the African continent, not to forget the cash, is all up for grabs. Well, the dynamics this season is pioneering with 4 newly promoted sides: FC Savannah, Drinks Ladies, Army Ladies, and Faith Ladies, representing the Northern and Southern zones respectively. Matches have also increased to 10 weekly and 36 in total. I tell you, the season looks pretty and no one can take their eyes off. All the security services now have a representation, with Army Ladies joining the fray. But can the Do Ladies maintain their dominance after 5 incredible trophies last season, splashing their points everywhere they step? Or there will be some beefy and husky contenders? A question the award-winning coach Yusuf Bazigi and his charges will have to answer. But the new entrants, can they survive? What do they bring on board? Will they be trailblazers or be trampled upon? More questions than answers. So let's saddle up together and enjoy the adventure. One begins this weekend, so don't let it.
Women's Premier League is back again. I say Women's Premier League is back again. Hey, mama, hey, mama, hey, it's back again. Tell everybody, everybody, go tell everybody to bring back the love. Tell everybody, body, go tell everybody, see we won't bring the love back. Tell everybody, body, go tell everybody, bring back the love. Tell everybody, body, go tell everybody, bring back the love. Say Ghana.
You are staying with us here on GTV Sports Plus. This is the beautiful game. My name is Abigail Sanasu, and you just joined us. Matilda Jumado is here with me, and you can also follow us on GTV Sports Plus, our Facebook page. We are live. And yes, she did it. I mean, she did that, because we are about to do it again. We did it beautifully last season, and Hazaka's lady printed the whole country with their footprint, with their green and all, even outside Ghana, and made us proud. The Women's Premier League is back. Matilda, I don't know why I'm excited about this season, if it's because it's the number of matches we will have or the new entrants or anything, but not to cut you. We've been joined by one very sweet woman of mine, and so let's talk to her, please. Madam Rosen, it's always good to hear from you. Good evening.
Good evening, and thanks for having me.
Okay. We started a conversation last week as what we were looking forward to the 2021-2022 season, and how time flies. Here we are. It begins tomorrow. From your perspective as a part of the board, what have been put in place to make the season spectacular?
Well, I think that we are ready, and like I told you the other time, every season and bringing more things on board. This year, the tax is going to be a bit more bigger because we are playing a 20 club competition, 10 in each of the zones, and so the planning go to, and we've had but for the Super Cup that we play, it's to last season, and so I think that is what is going to, and then also because of the strict club licensing requirements that we had last season, and so the clubs will be sharing with them, and it will be based on when the venues are available. And so these are some of the few things that may change, but nothing is going to change. We will have our regular streaming of 2 matches in a week, one from the northern zone and one from the southern zone, and we are looking forward to very quality performances from the clubs. And we don't forget that this season, whoever would win at the end of the season will represent Ghana at the 2023 CAF Champions League campaign.
Okay.
They added pride of playing in the being selected for the Super Cup. And last season, some coaches were supposed to have gone on some training tour in Europe based on the awards that the president announced. Because of the COVID, that did not happen last year and this year. And so the president is saying that those promises still hold. And so if, the coaches are going to be honored in that manner, I can imagine what they will do. And now, because of what Hazaka's ladies did at the CAF Champions League, I know, and we are all ready for that kind of attention that people will be giving to the competition this season.
Okay. One thing I picked from your submission is quality. I look at the new entrants, and I'm asking that the pedigree with which Berry ladies have placed us, the pedigree at which Hazakas, Ampim Dakwan have placed us. Do you think these 4 match up and they are ready for the task ahead?
It's always difficult to say, and if history is anything to go by, we don't get the new entrants doing so well, and unfortunately they always go back to the regional leagues. But we are hoping that this season it will be different. For me, I would also be looking forward to see how the teams that struggled last season, especially Pablo's ladies and immigration ladies, fare, because if they are not careful, some of these new clubs, state ladies I know, are very strong and competitive. They are not careful, and some of them will come and spring up surprises. But it's always been a very tough time because they come in without much experience. Those that are in there already have years of experience playing.
Okay, Madam Oli, thank you very much for your time again today. I'm sure that this season you see a lot of me. We'll be meeting at some of the venues and we'll see how best we can help the women's game grow as well. It's always a pleasure to hear from you and talk to you.
Let's do it more often, and I'm glad this show is on because at least it gives us time to also talk about the women's game.
Okay, thank you very much. But Tilly, here we are. I don't know what went into that decision for us to start earlier than the January, but however it is, me, I'm happy, I'm ready. And so here we are, the Women's Premier League begins this weekend.
Well, for me, you asked about why we are starting in December.
Yeah.
I think that was the initial date that came out.
Okay.
It wasn't in January. A lot of people were speculating, but that wasn't what the FA brought out. The date that the FA decided for us to start is what we are going by now.
Okay.
The reason we are even starting in December, the football calendar messed up somewhere along the line, and then they are trying as much as possible to get us in line. And so even if you look at the calendar now, at the end of the season, there wouldn't be much break, like for let's say a month, and then we are starting the next season again.
Okay.
So that's how it's going to be like for us. The weekend of December 17th, which is from tomorrow to Monday, was slated for us to start the league, and it's exactly what we are going by. Nothing have really changed when it comes to the dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
But look at this season, the improvement, the new entrant. I don't know, we have increased our number of matches every week to 10 now, giving us a total of 36 at the end, like I said, in the little video we showed earlier. What kind of season are we looking forward to?
Well, for me, I think we are looking forward to a very interesting one. The previous season, a lot of people really didn't pay attention to, but if you are a women's football lover, you've been following the game all the time, you will know that it was a bit of improvement on all the other seasons that we've ever witnessed, because last season the FA really invested a lot in the women's game. Talking about some bit of sponsorship, even though it wasn't headline sponsorship, we had Malcolm coming on board, giving the ladies some vouchers for shopping, and we saw pictures all over social media. We had a lot of others. We had NASCO still continuing with what they have been doing, giving the best player award and the rest. And so for me, I think that last season was interesting. The FA helping the club somehow financially to be able to cushion them for the start of the season. So all these things come together to make it interesting for us. And then to climax it was the performance of Hazake's ladies on the African continent. Went to Wafu, conquered Wafu, and then went to Africa, and had it not been that performance from Mamelodi Sundowns denying them the trophy, the story would have been different. They came back again and then show everybody what they are made of again on this scene. So for me, I think that from all the happenings last season, it should tell you this season will be much interesting. Much interesting because the other clubs, they've seen what Hazakets have been able to do on the African continent.
Sure.
It's giving the ladies hope. It's giving them the opportunity to showcase themselves, tell the world what they are made up of. So because of that, everybody would be eyeing for the top. So that at the end of the day, they will be given the mandate to go and represent us. That alone is a huge motivational factor for the players, the clubs, everything getting into this season. So for me, I think that this season is going to be very, very, very interesting.
Okay. I want you to give us some information from your office, like Madame Rosalind did from her board as well. For the communications department, what is going to change? Are we still going to have the Facebook Live, or is there any improvement now that the matches are more? What kind of programs have been lined up?
So the FA is looking forward to speaking to a media partner that we would see some of our games being on live TV, not just the Facebook. The Facebook is something that would be maintained. Nothing is changing about the Facebook. And we are planning to increase the number of live streams that we used to do. You know, during last season, it's a game or two from the northern and southern. But if you look at, because of the increase in number of clubs, this time around some teams are playing on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. So if you talk about the Northern Zone, we could stream like 2 or 3 matches within the weekend. And so the live stream on Facebook will increase. And then also after getting the media partner to come on board, we'll be having some of the games also being streamed live on TV. So for the media side, I think this and many more is what we are planning for the league as it's about to kickstart.
Okay, so some bit of news for us that love the game and would want to follow the Women's Premier League consciously this season, because I'm intrigued about the fact that all the security services are represented, and it gives me some ideas about the competition to look
representing, but I'm also not representing.
Because at least the notable ones, if you mess up and the police catches you or the army catches you, you are going straight to prisons. Or if you beat immigration, there's nothing you can do. This for, well-known security services part of the league. Now let's talk about the new entrant. Army ladies, how they were able to join, talk about Faith, talk about Savannah and Dreams. That is not a female club for Dreams Football Club, please. It is an entity.
This one is Dreams Kumasi.
Okay, yes, this is an entity on its own, but they wouldn't have been bad though. But the new entrant, I don't know what they bring on board. I don't have any idea.
I think they'll be bringing on board class, they'll be bringing on board something new. If you have followed them a little bit, you would know that they are a force to reckon with when they were in their various regional leagues. You look at Dreams ladies in the Ashanti region, they were on top. They were so on top. And you should also not forget that they had players, let me use that cautiously, because somewhere along the line, players like Jacqueline Opoku, she's been with the national team under 17, under 20. She moved out of the team. But apart from her, there are other players who have been very phenomenal for Dreams ladies when it comes to showcasing what they are made of. I can't remember during the FA Cup, they played against Almighty Ampendakwa ladies, and Ampendakwa would have to use a last-minute experience to be able to edge them out. So it should tell you that Dreams ladies are coming, and they are coming in stronger.
Philip, I'm sorry, but hold that thought for me. I have the singular honor to talk to the woman who work with all the pompousness at this moment, the CEO of High Flying Hazakes Ladies, Madam Evelyn Insiasai. I know she's that proud woman now. Good evening, Madam. It's good to see you and hear from you.
Good evening, sweetheart. I'm happy to be with you this time.
But by this moment, are you still on cloud 9, or you are back for us to start the season?
Good evening to your viewers. Let me thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Yes, I would say that a new season is beginning from tomorrow. We have forgotten about the 5 trophies that we amassed this season. A new season is coming up. So I believe that we are now thinking about what we will do to be able to defend our trophy. We have just putting ourselves into a huge trouble that we cannot come out, because you have set some records, something that has never happened in women football, and therefore it is bestowed on us to be able to defend. At least if we are able to defend even 3 of them, we will say hallelujah be to God.
Okay, Eddie, I can see that you have given us the targets of management and Hazakes ladies. At least you would love to defend 3 of the 5, but that's good. Going forward, I spoke to Ohene not too long ago, and he says that he's hoping that you recover early in time to move along with everybody, because you've had quite a number of matches in the last season. Is everybody number ready for the start of the season tomorrow?
Like, if you give me an opportunity to stay for about 2 weeks, I will do that. The reason is that the players are very tired. After the FA Cup final, we have to go to Ivory Coast for the qualification to the Champions League. And then when we came back, I think we had only 2 to 3 weeks, and then we went to Egypt. In Egypt, we played 5 matches. We came back, and then we also took part of the newly Champions League, I would say Super Cup, and then we were first. We stayed in Accra again to be able to play for the First Ladies Cup. So you see that the same left. So they are really tired, and injuries. Before we even went to Ivory Coast, we had about 3 injuries. And those 3 players are a major part of us. You are talking of Milos Pukia, who scored so many goals for us last season. And then we have this player, Fatmasi, a very good player we met in Ivory Coast from Burkina. And then we also have another girl. We have 6 players at the national team. But what can we do? We will play the game. We have been told that they have given us up to Monday. So our first game will be on Monday. I pray that the injuries that we have by Monday, at least few of them will be okay for them to honor the game. Even if they are not okay, the little that we have, we'll use them. And we know we are low or slow starters. At this time, we don't want to do that. We want to go all out. And then when you look at the team, they are all prepared.
Yeah.
Everyone is prepared. Look at police ladies. They want to make a mark. Look at Berry ladies. They all want to make a mark. And they also want to represent Ghana again in Champions League. So we need to go extra mile on Monday to be able to pick 3 maximum points for our team. They have done so well. They have done extremely well. And then let me also thank the GFA for giving us this opportunity. You see, we were not having anything as far as preparation to the new season is concerned. But once we have this Super Cup, they all played at least 3 maximum matches. 3 maximum matches, and then those who qualified for the semi-finals and the finals, they played 5 games. It is good. It has prepared us very well. So we pray that this season's league will be special. It will be exceptional because we are going to play a 10-league game. At first it was 8. Now we are 10 teams. So we have more matches than previously. And I believe we'll be well prepared. The only thing is money. We don't have money. But I know once they know they have given us 2 extra teams, transportation and other things, the money that the FA will be giving to us this season will be a little bit higher than that of last season.
Okay, Matilda is here, so don't worry. She'll convey that message to the association for you. But then, finally, let's move away from the pitch a little. Management, clearly you have what you are also putting in place to defend, like you said, because a lot of the clubs will be coming at you. So, as management, what are you doing to enhance what you did last season to have given you that 5 trophies?
Yes. We did a lot. And let me thank my management so much. Brenya, he said he spoke to Brenya.
Yeah.
Brenya has been very helpful. I am working with a committed team. I am working with people that I trust. You see, sometimes when you are working with people and they understand your philosophy, they know what they are doing, they have passion for whatever they are doing. This is the result that you get. We will meet. We have already met about on 2 occasions. Ever since we came from Egypt, we have met on 2 occasions, and we will meet again. Most of them came to my funeral yesterday. My father is late, and the 1 week of yesterday they came, and we sat down for a few minutes. We now all that we need is money. Some of our players would want to go, and you can only keep them when you have money. And those who are going are those who did extremely well last season. So it is now a problem for us, myself and Brenya, marketing department, to be able to put together a good proposal to attract sponsorship for the team. That is what we are looking for, even though we had sponsors for Egypt and Ivory Coast. Now, It is not Champions League anymore, it is the league. And as I keep saying, I only plead with corporate Ghana. The FA is doing their best. It is time corporate Ghana also accept us. I grew up to see Gato ladies having teams, post ladies, and Boradem and other things. We are pleading that the women, we don't have money. We are only 20. So if the president will speak to some of his agencies to adapt each of our teams, I think we'll have something to boast of. We are not looking for much for the team. Women are very good money. There's something small will help us. This is for the president, not the FA president, but Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. We have also created jobs for the ladies. And then the president keeps saying that one district, one factory, which we have already done it. So we need money to be able to keep our players. And let me say hi to my baby sister at the studio, Matilda. I send my greetings.
Okay, I will. Thank you very much for joining us, Madam Evelyn Isiasa, and please accept our condolences as well. I'm sure in the course of the season we'll meet and talk more.
Thank you very much. Let me also use your medium to thank my people so much. Yesterday, I was overwhelmed. The number of people who came, it was Wednesday in 1 week. Let me thank Hazakis Ladies, board of directors and management so much. I thank everybody who came. And then I also plead that the referee should just let us enjoy the game. I wish them well. I wish all the teams well. And I believe we'll all meet very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Madam Evelyn Isiasa and the CEO of Hazakis Ladies, who are seeking to defend at least 3 of the 5. It's manageable, reasonable. Oh?
Yeah, of course. It's not only 3 of the 5, but they will be seeking to defend all. Yes, because even the Wafu, they'll still have to go again and then defend it.
She didn't say which one, though, but she's looking at least.
I think she wants to take it a step at a time. Yes, because if you are not able to go for the league trophy, you don't have the power to go to Wafu and all those things. So I think she wants to take it a step at a time.
Okay, so it looks like we will be wrapping up very soon, but let's look at the fixtures for match week 1 of the 2021-2022 Women's Premier League season. And so we'll begin on Friday, like I said, tomorrow in the Northern Zone. Northern Ladies will play new entrants Dreams Ladies at the Ali Muhammad Stadium, and Pendakwa Ladies will play Pelpia Ladies at the Ohenia Meya Park, and then FC Savannah will host Prison Ladies at the Ali Muhammad Stadium, and Supreme Ladies will play Ashtown Ladies at the Bantama Ashto Turf. And then Fabulous Ladies will end it for us with Kumasi Sports Academy. That's on Sunday. But to the Southern Zone, where all the drama and all the names are, Thunder Queens will play Soccer Intellectuals at the Karindorf Park. And then Berry Ladies will play Army Ladies at their favorite Medina Ashto Turf. And then Sea Lions will play Faith Ladies at the Indian Sports Stadium. Hazakis Ladies will play Lady Strikers. We understand that game is on Monday at the Jendu Park. And then Immigrations will play Prison Ladies at the Magdanla Town Park. Let's quickly go through our fixtures and then we can wrap up.
Yeah, for me, I think the top liner for me this weekend in the Southern Zone will definitely be the game between the 2 security services. That's Immigration and Police Ladies. When these 2 teams meet, it's not about form guard, it's not about who is on top. They come out and they come at it with all their strength and might, and so that's what exactly we'll be expecting at the Magdanla Town Park come Sunday, when these 2 teams meet, and the likes of Grace Enima and all the big names that you can think of for the Police Ladies side, they'll be in action, whilst Immigration Ladies also during the off-season have done a little bit of augmenting of their squad. Eugenia Tete left Berry Ladies and she is now with Immigration Ladies. It should tell you how the Immigration Ladies want to come stronger this season, so that at the end of the day, when you are looking at the bottom place teams, they wouldn't be finding themselves wanting. So for me, I think that will be the top liner there. And then to the Northern Zone, I would go out for Ampemdakwa and Pelpia Ladies. It has always been a cracker when these 2 teams meet. And then at the Ohenia Meya Park, which is the home of Ampemdakwa Ladies, whatever it takes for Ampemdakwa to win that kind of game, they always do, and then at the end of the day they win. So for me, I think that Ampemdakwa will also be on fire when they come up against Pelpia Ladies on Monday. Abigail, even though we are talking about this, I would want to chip in the Black Princesses. They are playing on Saturday at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. You know, they played the first leg encounter with Zambia.
It was goalless.
It was goalless, and then they are going back at it on Saturday at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. Because of that, Hazakis Ladies match have been postponed to Monday.
They have about 5 players in there.
Yes, and that of Sea Lions to have been postponed because Elmina and Cape Coast are almost like within the same area. So they would have to suspend that match for people to go to the stadium and support the Black Princesses. So I want to use this medium to tell Ghana and everybody, all the people around Cape Coast, it's very crucial. We really need to qualify and go to the World Cup.
Costa Rica,
Yes, they should go. So Costa Rica, Panama. So we should go to Cape Coast Sports Stadium and support.
Please, 2022, we want to travel from Qatar to Costa Rica to Panama. So please,
of course, and then
please come out to your numbers and then let's support the Black Princesses. Just so after the Black Stars have done what they can do for us, we'll also go with the Black Princesses, and we always deliver. That one I can promise. And so this is how we are going to start the Women's Premier League this season. I will be looking forward to a lot of the games, and I want to watch Fumi Kafui play. She's not as far a day. She was a word performer. Now she's a police lady. Already she's bagging some goals in pre-season. I want to really see her play. I wish her the very best. And all the clubs, the new entrants, will play. But I am excited. I just feel it's going to be a very interesting season. And also, I want to say congratulations to myself and the 2021 Masters Year group of AUCC. We are graduating on Saturday, guys. We have done so well. And so I'll see you on Saturday. And to Kwame Jumajiman, I'll come and use your reception for my graduation party. So you will see me. I will pop champagne. And God bless you all. Thank you for being a part of this exciting edition of the beautiful game here on DTV Sports Plus. My name is Abigail Semaso. So let's have a lovely weekend because there are a lot of games to watch from Friday through to Tuesday, and let's enjoy because this is our own.
This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. I say this is our own. Let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again.